This is African Renaissance, a weekly television program that is aired with Ethiopian Broadcast Service Television Network. Today we are very, very lucky to have Sehin Belew, a fashion designer, a fabulous For Less book author. She is currently visiting from California here in the Metro Washington DC area to promote her book, but most importantly to be one of the keynote speakers at the fundraisers for Gemini Health Group, a group of medical doctors, diaspora medical doctors, who are trying to build the first children's hospital, almost after, they say, 60 years, when Emperor Haile Selassie built the first hospitals, Princess Sehin's Hospital. Then the military took it over and made it a military hospital, and the Ethiopian children to date do not have a hospital for themselves. So this was a very interesting meeting, and I discovered Sehin is excellent when she does her promotion, especially talking about her book and the inspirational speech. I heard the health minister really talking very positively, saying he's been inspired and he'll never forget what he saw yesterday. So Sehin, thank you again for coming and being part of us.
Thank you so much, Dr. Belew. It's indeed a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Now, I think you have this book and you have a book signing tomorrow here in Maryland.
Yes, I will be at the Borders at White Flint in Silver Springs.
Okay, Borders at White Flint tomorrow,
at
Monday.
7 p.m., yes.
Okay, that's 30th September, is it 30th?
It's the 28th.
28th,
yes.
Okay, 28th September at the Borders Bookshop.
Correct.
So, thank you very much. Tell us a little bit about how did you start the idea of writing a book? Why and how?
What happened is I love telling people what, when they come and ask me and say, I dress like this, just about every day when I work, and they come and say, I love that suit, where did you get it? Or I love your makeup, or I love your shoes. And I actually enjoy giving them that information, and I say, this is where I got it, this is my saleswoman, she'll help you. The cosmetics is, such and such store, it's called this. And I spend a lot of time doing that. And my sister and I go to places and I'm doing all this, and she sees that and she said, why don't you catalog your advice in a book? That way more people can benefit from it. And I said, you have a point, because I get to be asked this question literally, on a daily basis from colleagues, family, friends, even total strangers. So that's exactly how it happened.
All right. So what is this thing about fabulous for less? I can understand the concept of fabulous.
Correct.
But for less, are you talking about value for money, getting things at a much more competitive price? And how can you do that? Tell us a little about that.
What I want people to know is that when it comes to quality, you never ever compromise. I talk in my book how the lesson I learned from my mom is to never ever compromise on quality, because in the end you'll save both time and money, and excellence doesn't always mean you have to pay top prices. So do we all want to look good? Yes, but not many people try, because they feel like the high-end designer stores found on Rodeo Drive belong only to Hollywood celebrities. People don't touch them, the average person. My point is, the average person works just as hard as us Hollywood celebrities. So you are important, you deserve to be or to look your very best, and you deserve to be wearing those same designer outfits the Hollywood celebrities wear. So I found a way to write a book, so by looking at the clothes, and they can say, my gosh, I can afford this. So we can take the suit, which I purchased 12 years ago, for instance. I did a TV interview not too long ago, and I had the same one, and the host asked me if it were new. I said, no, I've actually worn it for 12 years. But that's what the meaning of excellence, excellence in quality is. You get your money's worth. So this outfit is $2,300, but I purchased it for 10%, which is $230. If you wear it for 12 years, you have gotten your money's worth already. But I keep it for as long as I...
How did you manage to get it to 10%?
That's exactly the secret I have in the book. What happens is, the designers, at the end of the season, they're ready for the next season.
Yes.
From winter to summer, from summer to winter.
Yes.
At that time, the last week of the season, they need the space. They have all this inventory they need to put. they're literally begging you to take it for free. The thing is, the traditional shopping time is the day after Thanksgiving, the day after Christmas. That is not to your advantage unless you're buying Christmas cards or Christmas decoration. You don't get the best deal. That's good for the stores because it's, the end of the year. It's good for their finances and all that. For the customer, the best time in the summer is at the end of Labor Day, that week, and the best time for the winter is Martin Luther King Jr.'s day, that week. Okay, those times nobody would even think about it, but that's when you get the cheapest. So in my book, I talk about really in reality all you need is one day in the summer in that week and one day in the winter and you're set because you get the best deal. Exactly.
Very interesting. Now, clothes aside, you the person, how do you maintain a good quality of life? The way you eat, the way you exercise, the way you sleep is what physicians say. My good friend Deepak Chopra has written lots of books on this.
Absolutely.
So keeping that quality inside you, even sometimes whatever you dress,
Absolutely.
How do you sustain that quality?
Absolutely.
And this is very important, especially for young girls.
Absolutely. It is so important. The sad part is people skip all those things and focus on the outside. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So what we need to do is start from the inside. When I work with my clients, we start from the inside. That they know that they are important, that they are God's children, that they can't play small. God created them to be their best.
And they're special.
And they're special, exactly. They are special. So once they realize I am important, then that important means, you know what? I'm too important to wear this cheap $29.99 thing that's going to be ruined 2 weeks later. I deserve the very best, the finest fabric out there because I'm important. It's not arrogance. There is a fine line between arrogance and confidence. So this is confidence that is due to you. It's your birthright. And then we talk about food. My body, my health is by far the most important thing I own. Number one, you're a doctor, so you know that. Once your health is gone, I don't care if you have $1 million in the bank, you're not there to enjoy it, right? Or $1 billion for that matter. So we talk about health, the finest thing being organic. Now, if something is not organic, the sad thing now with GMO, genetically modified food, if it's not organic, you don't know what many chemicals there is in it because the amount of chemicals is incredible. And I talk about the dirty dozen, I believe, in my book, which are the top 12 food that have the worst amount of insecticides and chemicals. So if I don't know what I put in my body, well, let me rephrase that again. I need to be intentional about everything I put in my body because this is my body and I am indeed what I eat. So I'm very intentional about what I eat because I feel like I'm important, this body is important, and the way I'm going to feel good about myself is when I am at my ultimate perfect health. So I watch what I eat. I believe in preventive medicine. I try to avoid the doctor as much as I can because if you take care of your health, then you can spend your time and your money on pleasure as opposed to in the hospital because the money and the time then will be spent in the hospital. Why not enjoy it by eating good stuff?